The way that the save system works in this game is insane. The fact that they let you just scroll through the entire memory card until you actually find a Crash Bandicoot save. And it just insists, oh, this is not a Crash Bandicoot save. So, yeah, no, didn't guess that one. Right, well hopefully we'll be able to push through the second island, sorry, tonight. This is a fairly boring boss fight. This, like, little inset on the left is always completely safe for one thing. And the hitbox for the TNT is really quite generous. As much as the Crash 2... Whoa, why is that? Why is my microphone input like redlining now? What the hell? I have no idea how that's sounding on stream. It's just suddenly picking up a lot more than it was the last several days. Weird. What was it? Yeah, the Crash 2 version of... Sorry about that. Yeah, I was saying the Crash 2 version of Ripperoo, it's a fixed pattern, but it's at least a more interesting boss fight. I'm pretty sure this is the first level in the game where we're able to get a coloured gem out of. And it's the green gem, which not only gets us access to the boxes in Jungle Rollers, but also gets us to a hidden area in, I want to say the level's Castle Machinery? I could be wrong. Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to quit out and try again, because I think I've screwed myself. Seriously, the fact that my mic is redlining now is really worrying me. I'm half expecting I'm just blowing out the mic constantly, but I don't know why it's doing that tonight. It wasn't doing that any of the previous nights. Why did that not count? Yeah, that was the only reason I reset the levels, because there's a trigger box above there. And I can't remember whether it's possible to hit it in this game without using the bounce pad to get some extra height. We're just going to take it steady because I do not want to get killed, ideally. God's sake. And this coming up is a dangerous jump. Okay, we made it. It's just the fact that there's that exclamation mark box you want to get, but it's right above a flame, so if you get the position slightly wrong, you just get burnt. The Brio bonus, which as previously discussed, I don't necessarily need to do well at, which I then didn't do well at. Again, because of the way they change things in Insane Trilogy, it is more important there that you do well at the Brio bonus, because they do count towards your box totals, but in original, Brio bonus is just for shits and giggles. Oh god. Oh. Well, that's cost me the jam. Whereas that bonus stage is an awful lot harder in Insane Trilogy because you have to get all those boxes. I actually remember these platforms screwing up my most recent Insane Trilogy attempt at getting the green gem. Oh, for God's sake. I also had forgotten that this game does not actually save the number of lives you've collected. So yes, we've got to come back and do that level again to get the green gem at some point. Oh well.
What have I got?
So I made the point on Twitter the other day how, well, not the other day, I think it was this morning, how this game actually makes quite a big effort to kind of justify like the existence of platforms and stuff in the world. As in, there aren't that many platforms just floating out in space. They're all kind of made to fit into the space that they're meant to be in. These ruin levels are a notable exception, because this does just straight up have floating platforms for some reason. I mean, those bridges that pivot and twist under your weight on the previous level also are just floating out in space, but I mean, with these pillars, they've got some kind of support stretching down to God knows where. But yeah, the platforms that drop are just suspended. I mean, the third island, I'm pretty sure all the floating platforms on there have like hover stuff underneath them to kind of justify that. Oh, is this the hidden area? Because this is just nasty. This is. You just have to notice that Wumpa fruit's there and know to come this way. This game is just perpetually terrifying whenever it wants you to come towards the camera. Oh god. Oh, I got saved by coyote time on that one. I wonder whether it would even have been known as coyote time as of this. Because this was one of the early pioneers of trying to Well, I'm guessing not. There's probably 2D games that did this as well, but this was one of the games that tried to match like a Western animation style into a video game. Are you fucking kidding me? Right, 12. The first of the 2 road levels. Both of these suck. I don't know that I actually want Invincibility Mask here, but I don't have a choice. For some reason, for the longest time, I thought those enemies were some kind of like wild dog. Even though they're really obviously boars. Even more so in the Insane trilogy. So I don't like to do it unless I'm otherwise struggling on this level, but you can... oh god. You can jump on the ropes and walk along those. In Insane Trilogy, that's actually made a lot harder because they modelled Crash's hitbox in all 3 of the Insane Trilogy games on his Crash 3 hitbox, which I believe changed the collision to be effectively in the early games. Crash is modelled effectively as just a cube that's running around. So as long as your feet are, as long as the underside of that cube is on a surface, you don't fall. Whereas in, I think this is true in the PlayStation Crash 3, it's definitely true in Insane Trilogy, they instead model Crash with like a pill-shaped hitbox, so it's like rounded at the bottom and top. Which effectively has the net effect that if you're on a thin surface, you will potentially just slide off. Which does mean that walking on those ropes, while possible, is a lot more precarious. That kind of trap is completely broken in Crash 4. Because the way they do it in Crash 4 is they just apply a hitbox to the underside of that, the bouncing crate, whenever it's falling. Which, especially when you start dealing with slowing down time, just is a nightmare. It doesn't matter that we die, because without the pink gem we weren't getting the gem for this level anyway. I believe this one we need to have the blue gem to get the gem out of this one. That might have just killed me. That's definitely killed me. So they actually brought like the boulder levels back as an Easter egg in like the opening sequence and the closing sequence of Uncharted 4. But the way they did that is not just emulating this game. They effectively re-implemented it in the engine that Uncharted 4 is running in. Like people, I think Boundary Break did a video where they actually went out of bounds in that map and found the crash geometry off like somewhere and had Nathan Drake running around inside of it. Point being, they got the physics slightly wrong, so it's so blooming difficult to actually do compared to the original, because it's just something about the controls or the physics or something. It's just really quite unresponsive compared to what you actually get if you replay the original. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a nice Easter egg, but I've never actually seen how the cutscene plays out if you actually beat Elena's score in that. I'm pretty sure the first couple of times I just didn't even get to the end because I couldn't wrangle the controls well enough to actually clear it without running out of the 3 lives you get given. And then when it got to I think it was when I played through it again with the missus, I did actually manage to clear it, but the high score is then based on how many lives you lost and how many Wumpa Fruit you collected, and I just didn't beat the high score. So I don't know how that cutscene plays out if you do beat the high score. Nope, it is apparently another pink gem, or maybe not pink. Definitely not blue though. No, it looks pink. Maybe Crash doesn't change animation cycles in this game. Maybe that was something they added for Insane Trilogy. Because in Insane you definitely get more and more browbeaten the more boxes you've missed. Right, well this level should give us access to our first Cortex bonus, of which there's only 2 in the game, and clearing it grants you a key. I say there's only 2 in the game. I think Stormy Ascent also contains Cortex tokens. But Stormy Ascent was a level that was designed but patched out before the game released, because Naughty Dog decided it was too difficult. But it is still in the game files and can be accessed using a Game Shark, and I think if you go into it, there are Cortex tokens in the level, but when I say Cutting Room Floor says that if you collect them all, the game just crashes. I've never played the PS1 version of it, but they did eventually re-release it for the Insane Trilogy. And it's not insurmountable, but it is a bloody difficult level. I've never bothered to try and do the time trial on it. I mean, I had the discussion about the time trials in Crash 1 on the last stream. This timing is really out. Sod it. For God's sake. Oh, I did not know you could fall in those gaps. Well, that screwed me. There is not going to be a single level in this game. Well, I'm lying. There has been a single level. I was almost going to say there's not going to be a single level in this game on this playthrough that I'm going to get the gem first try. Surprised I haven't got any of the Cortex tokens yet. So I thought the last one was meant to be at the top of this climb. Unless there's like a whole other section I've forgotten about. Well, there definitely was one up here. I must be misremembering how many sections of the level there is. So I've also only got one Taunt token. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, I can't get that now. I don't know what's going on with the polygons of that guy's face. They look a bit broken. Oh, fucking hell. You watch, I'll get all 3 Cortex tokens and I'll mess up the bonus stage and not get the key anyway and just have yet another reason to have to revisit the stage. Even if we get the key, we're probably not going to go do the level it unlock straight away because the only reason to do it is to get the gem out of it, and as we've established, I've missed so many of the gems so far that it's hardly a priority. Oh god. I should really pay attention to the order those things are popping out in, rather than just charging in like an idiot. I'm not bothering with this box anymore because we're not getting a box gem. Fucking hell. How am I getting tripped up by that every time? Right, Cortex bonus. Again, insane, it's not so bad if you get as many attempts at this as you want, but... Fuck. Yep, I have to replay this entire level for everything. Great. And I just jumped into a hole, like an idiot. Hopefully I at least manage to actually fucking save. Okay, that was generous at least. Yeah, I think I said this on yesterday's stream, but Crash 1 is overall just pretty damn cruel. It's just everything is built around you completing stuff in one attempt. Part of me is thinking to call it a night there because I'm getting a bit tilted and I did get woken up quite early by the little one, but you know what, I'll do the boss and I'll do the first level of the third world, which I'm pretty sure, the third island, which I'm pretty sure has a save point in it. This is yet another very strange boss. I seem to recall that the amount that he shuffles left to right is completely random. Oh, for God's sake. I thought I just had enough time to clear that one mine crate, but clearly not. How did that still have an active hitbox? Right, heavy machinery. This will probably be the last level that we do. Hidden area down here with a few boxes that you otherwise would miss. Oh. Did not get off the platform quick enough, clearly. I want to say that the hitboxes on these steam vents I recall being weird in Insane Trilogy, like they lingered a bit longer than they felt they should. course, the tauna bonus is very early in this level. Again, if you're not fussed about breaking all the boxes, you can clear that one nice and easy. But when it comes to Insane Trilogy and you've got to get all the boxes in the bonus levels, it sucks. This level is remarkably generous with masks. Oh, I hate these sections where it asks you to jump over pipes on moving platforms. Wow. Oh, well, there goes my gem. Again. Again, this entire game is just so cool. Do like how the transparency effect on the steam vent is really not that well done. Probably wouldn't notice it on a CRT machine, but running through here, there's a really obvious dither effect around it. What? What? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to question it. It doesn't matter anyway. Clearly the box... I assume the box spawned with me in it, and that's why it ate my jump. The jump had like a neat little design thing, but god, they fuck up the camera. Like, the game does not really like you having this much vertical momentum and having to track it accurately, because it's just very disorienting. Well, part of me feels like I'm cutting this off a bit early, but on the other hand I did say that I was only going to play to the third island and a save point, so we'll do a little circuit of the island first. So this whole section we're in at the minute is the power plant section, and then you go through these like underside ruins and up Cortex Castle. It's kind of the navigational route you get there. So Crash 4 has like an entire strand that has you coming up like through an alternate path through Cortex Castle, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into the harder part of the game anyway, is the point. Well, we'll call it a day there. Again, it's not the longest session, but I'm tired and slightly tilted. So, no point cracking on for no good reason.